I bet you didn't know. That's what the top part of our ear's for. You didn't know that, did you? It's for holding pens and pencils so you don't lose them. You can't put them in your pocket, right? Because the ink, you'll sit down and you break the pen and the ink will go everywhere. That's what it's made for. You didn't know that? You know who taught me that? My father did when he was an official carpenter. An official carpenter. You don't hear like carpenters exist anymore. You have contractors, builders, right? You have subcontractors, those types of things. And yeah, so if you have a pen or a pencil, he used to wear those pencils, the flat pencils and he would use like his knife to kind of sharpen it. You didn't have a pencil. You couldn't use a pencil sharpener because it was a flat pencil. So he would sharpen the pencil. I'll never forget. Back in the day, right? But that's not what I'm here to talk to you about. I just wanted to share a little quick helpful tip. This is kind of that's just an extra bonus. But I do want to talk to you today about 5 simple to do weight loss hacks that most people are not going to do. 5 simple to do weight loss hacks most people just won't do. And I say that because if most people did hacks like the 5 I'm going to share with you, I probably wouldn't have a job because people would take advantage of these things like I share, these hacks. 5 hacks here. There's probably 500 of them, but I'm going to give you 5 today. And I know that most people won't do them because I say most people. I say there's people struggling to lose weight. A lot of people are struggling to lose weight. It's no surprise, right? Regardless of gyms and weight loss plans and programs and lockdowns and all that stuff, people are still struggling to lose weight, having a hard time. And I would say is if, like I'd said, if most people took the advice like I give out for free, I give a lot of advice out for free. If most people actually went on instead of just listened to it and actually took advantage and did it, they may not have those weight loss troubles anymore. So number 1, let's get right into it. 5 simple to do weight loss hacks most people won't do. I listed them in order, not that they're any like priority in order. Number 1, the most basic of any, eat only at meal times. Now, I'm not being sarcastic here. I'm being truthful. Eat only at meal times. What if you did not eat except at meal times? Now, I know like the pushback, we're supposed to have healthy snacks through the day and we're supposed to eat 6 meals a day. No, let's just say 3 traditional meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And if you didn't eat in between at all, that could be a really great start to your weight loss success this week. Number 2, here's one that I know most people aren't going to do because I know most people are busy, especially my moms and dads out there who are over 40, who's struggling to lose weight still, and they're busy. They're probably already out the door doing stuff. Maybe they're already up early, taking care of their kids. Maybe they're now homeschooling. Gosh, like some of you that maybe have younger ones. Fortunately for me, my kids get up themselves. They make their own breakfast. They get online when they get their schoolwork in. Number two, as far as simple to do weight loss hack, number 2 is to eat slowly. You see, what happens, and we tend to be busy in our lives. We run around and we're busy, and we eat quick. And and this is not me, the pot calling the kettle black, I think it's called, is I do the same thing. I eat quick. And then I find myself, when I do tend to eat quick, it's usually a couple other things that are going to be in those hacks. But I'm running, busy. And I just like shovel it down or I suck down a shake, and then I'm moving and I get it, right? But the reality is if you could slow down that process, if you could actually schedule in, can you imagine if you took 30 minutes, 20, even 20 minutes? Have you ever timed how long it takes you to eat? I bet for the most part, if you were to time out, unless you like go out to dinner, chances are breakfast, maybe 5 minutes, right? 5-10 minutes. And I'm not talking making it. I'm talking actually eating it, 5 minutes. Lunch, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And then dinner, maybe 5-10 minutes, right? So less than 30 minutes for all 3 meals. Can you imagine if you took 30 minutes for each meal? You're like, Mark, I don't have the time for that. Well, you can make the time if it's important to you, right? You either can make the time or you can make excuses. You can't have both. Number 3, here's one. This goes into the busy. Eat undistracted. Here's hack number 3 that most people won't do. I know most people won't do it because I talk to most people and they say, Mark, I'm on my phone. I got to do work. I'm eating on the go. I eat in the car. I run through the drive-through, taking my kids to practice. I'm eating, out of a drive-through. I got to run and take a shake with me, and you're distracted. And what happens when you're distracted? Guess what? Your stomach is distracted, and guess what? Sometimes it's easy. Oftentimes it's easy to overeat. And there you go. Hack number 3, simple to do. Hack number 3 is to be undistracted. Literally put your phone down. One of the things we've done for since our kids were little, literally since they were born, when we eat as a family. Now, we don't eat as a family all the time, and it's not perfect, but when we do eat as a family, we have no distractions. There's no TV on. Now, occasionally I can say when our kids were little, we had pizza night on Fridays and we watch a movie, like a Disney movie or something, or Goonies, and we would eat pizza in front of the TV. And that was like a splurge. But for the most part, even when our kids were young, even when we went out to a restaurant, trust me, parents out there, I'm not telling you how to parent, but if you are setting your kids up while you're out to dinner and just let them sit on the phone and play games at a young age, you're basically teaching them to be distracted while they're eating, even if they're just eating like Cheerios, right? So keep that in mind. I'm not telling you how to parent. You do the best job you can. Everybody wants to tell you how to parent. I'm just saying what I've noticed for my kids is we've made that not a priority, not having distractions in front of food when we're eating as a family, right? Number four, here's one. Eat on a full stomach. Huh? What are you talking about? Eat on a full stomach? Well, that doesn't make sense, Mark. I'm eating because it's time for a meal. You just told me to eat 3 meals a day. Okay. And I say front load your food, front load your meals. And I say front load. Here's a really good hack, a really simple hack. We all know we need to drink more water, right? About half of our body weight in ounces of water. I didn't make it up. It's science, it's research. That's what you should be aiming for. I don't care if you're 250 pounds, 450 pounds, 150 pounds, aim for half of your body weight in ounces of water a day. Our body needs water. It helps with so many things, helps regulate so many things, and it's very important. So most people, what do? Like myself included. Trust me, I'm teaching this to myself as I'm sharing this with you, is front load your meal so you don't overeat with water. In other words, drink a nice tall, like if say you're 150 pounds and you want to do 75 ounces of water per day. So let's just say that's 25 ounces in the morning, 25 ounces in. Now it's not going to be perfect, but let's just say before breakfast that you have 25 ounces of water before breakfast. So one of the things you can do, now if you eat super early, you may have to do it after, but let's just say for purposes of weight loss, if you get that water in your system before, guess what? The water is going to be in your stomach, and guess what? That's going to satisfy and be filling as well. Water will help fill you up. So since you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, this is a really good hack, is if say you're 150 pounds and you want to lose some weight, and you're drinking water and you know you need to drink about 75 ounces of water, is try to aim for 25 ounces before each meal. Simple to do hack that I know most people won't do, that most people are not going to do. And I'm going to share with you why at the end of this 5. The last one, this one I'm going to get some pushback. Skip a damn meal. Skip a meal. Now, I'm not talking about intermittent fasting. That's not even a buzzword anymore. I'm not saying that doesn't work, right? Anything pretty much you do, if it's restricting amount of calories in, and I say restricting, if it's just eliminating some calories, what I like to think of is just skip a meal. Okay, skip a meal. It's okay I know sometimes, especially old school, like we're in a tendency, no, we need a healthy breakfast and we need a healthy lunch and we need a healthy dinner. And no, at the end of the day, it's really calories in, calories out, what it comes down to, right? It's calories in, calories out. When my dad was measuring, he took his pencil off and he was measuring, he had to realize it was this plus this equals this, and he had measure. He said measure twice and cut once. Measure twice and cut once. Maybe you need to measure your calories twice and then realize where you need to cut. And maybe that is skipping 1 meal. Think about this. If you just skip, and I'm not talking intermittent fasting. It could be any meal. It could be breakfast. It could be lunch. It could be dinner. I would say is don't do it on the day. Maybe you're going to be at home, quieter, less busy. Do it on a time you might be busy. Now, is it an excuse for you to just not eat? No, of course. Does it mean when you indulge a day, like in a crazy weekend, that you go off your plan and you just don't eat to make up for it? No, that's a bad habit to get into. But if it's just Well, all I do for some of my clients is to just share, hey, it's okay to skip a meal. I'm not talking about skipping a meal every single meal or every single day of the week. I'm just talking about skipping a meal. What you're basically doing is just removing a chunk of calories out. It's simple. There's nothing really rocket science about it, right? Let's just say you have 7 days in the week, which we all have. And let's just say you go for the 3 meals a day kind of plan, and that's 21 meals, right? And let's just say you're on an average of, say, 500 to 700 calories. Well, if you just remove one of those a week, just one, let's just say one 700 calorie meal a week, and let's just say you remove one a week for a month, that's 700 calories, and you stay true to your diet. And this is not even with any diet. We're just talking calories here, and I don't even count calories. 700 calories a week for 4 weeks. Let's just say 4 weeks. That's 700 times 4, 2,800 calories. Guess what? That's a pound. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine? That could be a pound right there. That's pretty awesome, right? But here's the deal. I know these are 5 simple to do weight loss hacks that most people aren't going to do. And here's why most people won't do them. Because you got no damn accountability. There's no accountability. No, you see, I go back, I keep reminding my dad with his pencil in his ear. You see, the accountability, when my dad was measuring twice and cutting once, when he would cut a piece of wood, he did the cedar shingles on here, and he'd measure all these cedar shingles, and he cut, because he didn't want to mess it up. Because guess what? If he messed it up and measured the wrong way, guess what? It's not going to come out. The results aren't going to be there. He's going to have to maybe do it over, or he's going to get stuck. So same thing with you. Same thing with your diet is if you're not calibrating, if you're not measuring, right? And if you're not being accountable. So my dad wouldn't get paid. Like, he wouldn't have gotten paid if he did a crappy job. Now, the way it works for you, right? Here's the way it works for you is if you don't do these things like this, right? And I wrote them down. And there's lots of other ways, obviously, to lose weight and stay on track. But if you don't have the accountability, and the accountability happens, and you pay more attention. I always say this to people who come into my program. Part of it is that you're investing in yourself. And when you pay, and you invest in yourself, you pay more attention. When you know there's a coach you have to report to that's going to hold you to maybe eating, only 3 meals a day, or holding you to eating slower, or holding you so that you're holding you accountable to being undistracted, or giving you the idea and giving you the guidance to drink a certain amount of water before you have your meals, or saying, hey, it's okay to skip a meal, but don't use that as a crutch so you can just go off the rails and eat whatever the hell you want. It's accountability at the end of the day. And trust me, your neighbor's not going to hold you accountable. Your spouse is not going to hold you accountable. Your close friend, maybe, who's used to you being a certain way, in a certain shape, and a certain size, and a certain weight, is not going to hold you accountable. In fact, that friend of yours may be jealous because you start getting results, and they're like, no, how are you getting results? Well, I have accountability set up. So the number one thing for all these things, and why I say 5 simple to do weight loss hacks, they are hacks and they will work, but they're never going to work if you have nobody holding you accountable. So why do I say that? Because I'm an accountability tool people use when they come into my coaching program. It's not about, hey, Mark has this special formulated nutrition plan and this special formulated workout. Yes, they're all awesome and they're great and they're perfect for men and women over 40 who have busy schedules. But most importantly, you have the accountability set up. You see, when you start to invest in yourself, you realize, okay, I'm investing. I want to get results. And I want a coach who can hold me to that accountability. I want a coach who's going to teach me how to measure twice and cut once, if that makes sense. So anyway, I hope this finds you well. 5 simple to do weight loss hacks. Go try them on your own. I listed the 5. I'll add them in the comments if you want them. Take care. Have a blessed day. We'll see you soon.